even if you had, 20% of the customers that second place person has, you're still selling more than they sell and getting more, or at least getting more profit out of it, right? She sells to ladies, mostly, probably also men, but mostly ladies who buy these $5,000 dresses, right? That person wants that dress to come out of the closet perfect every single time, right? So they're going to buy the most expensive hanger they can buy that has exactly the shape that it needs to have, right? So she's selling a pack of hangers for $500, where everybody else is, selling it for $30 or $20 simply because she sells to that lady, right? So that's the idea. And so if you niche that down, you can dial in on that customer. And then of course your messaging is better. The response to your offer is better. All of those things are going to improve.
Well, I mean, this goes back to product development though, right? Because it's not like you can come up with a product and then just try to figure out your messaging to hone in on a narrow slice of the target audience, so to speak. This is really building your product with the intention to sell to such a thing. So really it starts from product development and then trickles down to messaging and your offer and also all the materials that go around it. So the other aspect of this is you cannot afford to have a premium product, so to speak, that is in fact a premium product in terms of materials and the offer and everything else, the problem it solves. But at the same time, the content is not premium, right? So content has to be 100%, from images to videos that you must have, probably multiple videos for something like that, as well as A+. You probably cannot get away with just standard A+. You need to have premium A+.
Yeah.
So
who are you highlighting in those videos? Like if you're selling to the lady who has $5,000 dresses, you better be highlighting somebody who looks like they buy $5,000 dresses, right? Like, I mean, it makes a difference, who is in those videos, who is in those images, how they're acting, like, do they look like they play that part, but yeah, product development for sure. And it's interesting because of course I didn't start that way. I mean, like 9 years ago on Amazon, it was Wild West. I mean, you could throw up any product you wanted to and you can make money, that's not true now. Like you can't do it the way I did it back then. I fell into what I'm doing. Like I understand what I'm doing now only because I fell into it, right? Like, I mean, I had a lot of experience in e-commerce, so I did have, some benefits over other people who were trying to sell on Amazon, but, and so at least I had that foundation. But realistically, when we launched on Amazon, it was kind of a Me Too product. The only thing that we really added to it essentially was we bought the best version of what was available. So we went through the manufacturers and found the one that was really a very good quality product, but it was still a product they were already making, for other customers. I didn't change anything. The only thing I did was offer the lifetime warranty and make the lifetime warranty really easy to take advantage of. Like, and that was the key because, people offer warranties all the time. The question is, do you stand behind it? How easy do you make the process? How good does the customer feel at the end of that warranty process? That's going to determine how much they like your brand and how willing they are to buy other products from you, recommend you, review you. So that process, of fulfilling on that warranty, for our customers, that's a 2-minute process. It's completely automated. If they have a problem, they go to our website. The website links them into our warranty app. They enter their Amazon or they enter their email address. It confirms their email. They enter their Amazon order ID, shows them the products that they ordered. They choose the one that's got the problem. If there's parts, they choose which parts they want. They hit submit and they're done. Like it says approved. 5 days from now, you'll have a new part or a new product or whatever it is. We never touch it. Like 95% of our warranty claims are rubber stamped, and they go through an automated process. And part of what's critical about that is not just that the process is easy, and, virtually every claim gets approved. Yes, that makes a difference, right? Because every single one of those approved warranties, because it was so easy, of course, they're going to leave us a 5-star review. Like if I ask, I don't have to say, leave me a 5-star. I just say, hey, if you got time, leave me a review. Who's not going to leave me a 5-star review? Like nobody else does what we do, right? So But the key to that, though, is also think about the process of the last time that you tried to file a warranty claim, if you even do them. Like, you might even already just know, nah, nobody's going to give me the thing, so I'm not even going to bother, right? But if you actually do it, or if you've done it at some point, you know the process probably was, I had to take pictures of the item and how it broke, and then I have to fill out this form and explain everything. And then, you know, a day or two or three later, somebody gets back to me and says, hey, you didn't give us this information. So then you go back and you give them that, and it's this back and forth. And a week and a half later, maybe they say they're going to send you something. They might charge you for sending it to you, or they say, no, you don't qualify, right? So the key to that is, because everybody knows that process is going to be long, it's going to be drawn out, there's going to be all these hoops that I'm going to have to jump through, and at the end of it, I'm probably not going to get the item anyways, right? So every hoop that you make somebody jump through, the longer the process takes, whether that's hours or days, the more time the customer has to think about what their last process was like, and to assume your process is going to be the same. So in other words, it's all of those points along the way are an opportunity for them to bail on the process. And here's what you lose, because most of our claims are preceded by a registration, because a lot of people don't register on the front end, no matter how much we incentivize it, right? You know, we get about a 30% response rate, but there's still a lot of people who don't register, you know, in that early window, no matter how much we incentivize it. We're still going to let them register all the way up to the point where they want to make the claim. Why? Because I want their email address. I want them on my list, and I want them happy. If I don't let them register to file the claim, all I did was, one, I keep them from being on my list, and two, I assure that I'm going to get a negative review for them. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Approve it. Let them register. Get them on your list. Then automatically you make them happy because you process the claim and you approve it. You're going to get a good review. Now you get to sell them on the back end. Make that process simple. And the faster it is, the easier it is. They don't bail on the process. So that just means that many more people that you now have in your system to sell them on the back end, to get more reviews, to partner with other companies and sell their products, you know, or, I mean, you just have so many more opportunities there.